To this day. To this day.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Yes, Power Book 2 trailer just dropped. And you know what that means? Time to complain about how awful that last season was, how predictable, how much of a waste of time, and how these spin-offs shouldn't even exist, how unwarranted Tariq's hatred for his father was. Infidelity is not a death sentence. Would have been better if Paz shot that nigga. Or how Lakeisha was Holly number 2, how Proctor's daughter Alyssa Marie was written better than Tasha. Did I mention how these spin-offs shouldn't even exist? Cause Ghost is still alive in Jamaica, and we all know Tariq will never be him, no matter what Power Book 2 Electric Boogaloo says, or whatever it's called. It will not change my mind at all. But with all that being said, I am willing to give this show a shot because unlike you all, I'm a critic. I get paid to lie. Nah, I'll keep my bias in check because I really want this franchise to succeed. This is a black ass show with a black woman at the helm, and she should be afforded the same amount of failures as her white peers. However, if this show is bad, I will go hard. Hard.
Ma, we need to get you a lawyer.
What I need is for you to concentrate on school.
Man, oh man. Little old Tariq didn't listen to none of that shit. After all, he is a mama's boy. He's still trying to get out from underneath Ghost's shadow, which seems to be harder than it looks. If a bullet doesn't solve the problem, I don't know what the hell will. I think the bullet might have made it worse. Tariq's no longer the companion piece, he's now a living fucking monument to Ghost. A minute into the trailer and Simon is comparing him to his father. We just don't know which part of Ghost he resembles. Simon seemed upset, so I'm assuming it's not a trait he admired. Maybe he was outsmarted by Tariq. Being cunning and taking advantage of situations seemed to be the crux of his character. It's what he did all last season. Wiggle his way into favorable outcomes. Also in this trailer, we get more of the general story of the series. Tariq's getting back into the drug game to free his mother, Tasha. In doing so, he forms new connects, bonds, friendships, enemies. He is essentially using his father's dying wish to fulfill his own fantasy. Fuck education, this school is perfect for slinging rocks. Maybe that's why Simon had that sour face. But I guess we'll save that for later. Let's discuss what the trailer did give us. So it appears that Tariq's first dilemma will be making enough money to pay for a lawyer. Davis McQueen, played by Method Man. He needs $500K to enlist his services. And you can't make that work in a regular 9 to 5. This is, of course, a setup for Tariq to re-enter the drug game. But he can't just start selling drugs. He burned every single bridge he had, and without a continuous supply of product to sell, the story would end here. However, he builds a new bridge. And here is where Mary J's unknown character comes into play. She is reluctant to work with Ghost Jr. at first, but gives in after Tariq's sales pitch. I mean, I don't really know what to say. It's his slick, one might say Ghost-esque way of convincing people. Taking tests plus going to parties equals a shit ton of drugs. You've all been to college, but it's like the more money we come around, the more problems we see. And it's obvious in this trailer, there are a lot of problems. There will be some sort of conflict between Tariq and Mary J's character. And I'm assuming Tariq agreed to play ball at first, but quickly realized he's a solo act. He is his father's child. He sees more for himself. And in order to maintain control over him, Mary J uses Tasha as leverage. Makes complete sense to me. You want your mother to be free? Well, I got goons in the Bing to box her shit. Whole cell block full of Meg the Stallions. Bulletproof. Speaking of Tasha, I'm not sure what her role will be in this series. Will she only exist in this series as Tariq's motivation, or will she get some sort of development? Because we never got to see her growth. It was always Tariq this and Ghost that. Will this be more of the same? And finally, they tried to throw Saxe in the picture to present an obstacle, but I'm hoping this is short-lived. I had a major issue with the Fed side of things once Angela died. Everything they seemed to do was hilariously incompetent. Stupid even. They were only there to get people killed or to give other characters clues that led to other characters dying. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this trailer. What are your thoughts on it? Do you still fuck with Power? Will the outcome of this spinoff affect the performance of the other spinoffs? If it's bad, will you avoid the others? If it's good, will you watch them? Are you even interested?